Good day, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to Team Fortress 2. Today we're going to be playing as the Engineer using the Pomsen, the Wrangler, and the Jag. And if you must ask why I'm using the Pomsen, shut up. Right, just shut up. So what I wanted to talk about in this video today is, I wanted to talk about, well, the fact that I've been away, and the reason for that, in case you didn't catch it, I posted a message to all my subscribers in one of my previous videos for my Serious Sam the First Encounter playthrough. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please go check it out, because my playthrough videos don't get as many views as my TF2 videos do. Straight to the point, I was sick. And I honestly have no idea how I managed to catch it. Somebody might have bought it into the house one day. All I can really say is, being sick absolutely sucks. It wasn't a fever. It certainly wasn't a fever. Like, I had the usual symptoms of, like, a cold, for instance. I had the dry throat, I was constantly blowing my nose, and I was coughing towards the end. But now, it's all gone, took lots of medication, feeling a lot better now, so I feel a lot more fit for making commentaries. Just being sick, it certainly isn't something to be very proud of. You're going to always feel weak, as you might know. If you haven't been sick before, then I congratulate you, but being sick, obviously, it's just not a lot of fun, and I would have loved to make commentaries over the past couple days. I feel awful for not being able to make videos while still feeling this way, but hey, what can you do? I took my time and I relaxed, and now I'm pretty much back in business. So, now that we are back in business, I want to move on to the main subject of this video, and that subject is coughing. As you probably know, sometimes you just need to cough. If you're feeling genuinely sick, it's really good to just let that cough out, because there's probably no better way to clearing out your throat besides, like, taking drinks, but everyone knows that's kind of a temporary remedy. Eventually you're just going to end up coughing again. But anyways, once you get past the point of being actually sick, but if you find yourself still coughing, then you actually have a habitual problem here. And what I mean by that is, I visited a doctor a couple of years ago. Let's have a little story right here. A couple of years ago, when I was still in junior high, I think. It was either elementary or junior high, but anyways, I had stayed out of school for 10 weeks due to a cough. 10 weeks. And that is pretty ridiculous, you know. Something was going down right there. So towards the end of, like, those 10 weeks, I'm not sure if it was the end or the middle of the 10 weeks, but anyways, I visited a doctor. And this wasn't really, like, a doctor from, like, a hospital or anything, but the doctor here told me that he's an expert in things like habitualness. So, for example, I was always coughing. So then he told me that the coughing was actually mental. Coughing can end up being mental at some point if you're not feeling actually sick. So there is actually a way to stopping this. And there are two ways that you can go about doing this. First way, you can experiment. Like, for me, for example, I find that if I seem to have, like, a never-ending cough, here's what I do. I'll go sit down, and I play a video game. And eventually, I might notice that I'm not really coughing nearly as much as I would be. Because the video game is distracting me, my mind is not focused on reminding me that I need to cough. Instead, I'm focused on what's going on the screen. And here's another way. Try holding in the next cough. The next time you feel the urge to cough, try holding it in. If you suddenly feel the urge to choke after that, then you're probably still a little genuinely sick and you need to either take some more medication or get a couple of drinks of water. Or, if you find that you're able, you know, here's a little thing, is that if you do try holding in a cough and it feels difficult, it's always going to feel difficult the first time. That's perfectly understandable. But if you can hold that cough in, then you're not actually sick. It's actually just a habit, or another fancy word would be calling it a tic. So, that's just my advice if you ever find yourself really feeling the urge to cough. and it's probably the most important thing if you're feeling that way. So, always be sure to diagnose yourself, and don't constantly cough to use it as an excuse to get out of school. In fact, it's pretty notable to point out that today, I still have a bit of a cough lagging on with me, but now that I'm actually distracting myself by making this commentary for you guys, or if I'm playing Team Fortress 2 or something like that, then I don't find myself really needing to cough. So, do your best to keep yourself distracted. I'm not saying play video games all day to keep your cough down. No, 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 no. Just remember to keep my advice when you're not extremely distracted by something like TV or video games. If you're reading and you need to cough, just try holding it in, get a couple of drinks of water, and eventually you're just going to feel completely fine. It certainly does work for me, and so I highly recommend you try it out. That's about all I really wanted to cover for this video. I wanted to make this commentary a little bit shorter, so any future post-commentary TF2 videos, I'll try to keep them relatively short, maybe 5 to 7 to maybe even 8 minutes long, because doing TF2 post-commentaries, it's much better to keep them shorter, I find, rather than keep them longer, so that way I can at least talk about a certain subject, or analyze certain things in the gameplay that I'd probably analyze maybe too quickly for my own good. I'm not really actually watching my gameplay right now, I'm just kind of making this commentary to fill in parts of the game, so there you go. Anyways, I think that's about all I really need to say, so expect more videos relatively soon. I want to get back to playing Serious Sam the First Encounter, and I certainly want to get back to doing more TF2, so thank you guys for your patience, thank you very much for watching. All of you, have a great day or evening, and I guess I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.